Hello, good morning and welcome to another interesting program on iDEA TV, the newspaper review segment. I am Gabriel Matthew Sheriki, and today being the 1st of March 2026, you're welcome to the first week of March. All right, and today we're leading with the stories that we're bringing across your way today on the Nation's newspapers, then the Tribune newspapers, then Sunday Telegraph, the Guardian, and also the Punch newspaper. The first on our list this morning is the Nation's newspaper. Leading with the front line on the Nation's newspaper this morning, Electoral Act, parties weighs options as Senate, INEC stand firm. Electoral Act, party weighs options as Senate, INEC stand firm. That is going on the front page of the Nations this morning. We also have captions on there is like PDP commence digital registration drives, still studying polls timetable. Then we also have ADP reject schedule, says it raises red flag about firms. All right, farmers. All right, so the next caption we have is former VON DG Okechukwu wants opposition against scam bangering. All right, that's the comment on the front page of the Nation this morning. Then a quick moving to the up page on page 5 of the Nation, where we have Iranian leaders Khamenei killed in U.S. Israel airstrike. Iranian leader Khamenei killed in U.S. airstrike attack. This came in yesterday as breaking news, and the fight is still going on. And we discovered that the report that the Iranian leader has been killed, which is Khamenei, in the U.S. airstrike. We will be going into that story to see what really transpired and what has been the tussle and what has been the fight all about. Then on page 5, we also see Zamfara PDP urges Governor Lawal to join APC. Zamfara PDP urges Governor Lawal to join APC. They will also have on the down page of still the Nation this morning. That is on page 6. I won't be bullied, say Tinubu slams VDMs over influence role. I won't be bullied, say slams VDM over influence role. Then we also have on page 27, the down page still on the Nations, where we have President moves to restore constitutional order in oil revenue administration. The president moves to restore constitutional order in oil revenue administration. Then on the down page, where we also have Alake seeks partnership with Canada to deepens mining reform. Alake seeks partnership with Canada to deepens mining reform. Then on the front page, where we have on the up page, the new Iranian leader that was killed recently in the airstrike that the U.S. versus Israel struck Iranian. All right, this is a short, a quick recap on it. On the 28th February 2026, the United States and Israel launches a coordinated airstrike campaign against Iran and described as a military operations targeting Iranian government and military assets. Including leadership, compound, and strategic infrastructure. This came in yesterday regarding to the airstrike that was launched in Iran. Among those targeted in the strike was Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iranian supreme leader since 1989. He has been the Iranian supreme leader since 1989, which is Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. The report came in yesterday that the strike hit him, and the most powerful officials in the Iranian state. Israel officials said his compound in Tehran was hit by missile and a bomb during the operation. Dama goes to the site and report from Israeli Iranian state media indicates that Khamenei was killed in the strike. Still relating to the story, Iranian state media confirmed his death and announced national mourning. The U.S. President Donald Trump and the Israeli officials also publicly stated his death. This came in yesterday as regarding to the strike that the American and the Israeli struck Iran. All right, that is the quick insight on that paper there. So you can get the rest of the papers to read more on the story, because it's still on both Al Jazeera and CNN. I will bring the news to you as it's broken. All right. quick look at still on the front page of the Nation this morning, where we have Sheyi Tinubu on the down page, where we have "I won't be bullied, Sheyi Tinubu slams VDM over influence war." I won't be bullied. Sheyi Tinubu slaps VDMs over influence raw. All right. Well, we have Sheyi Tinubu, the son of the Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, publicly responded online to the allegation linking him to a clash between two social media figures. I mean, a very dark man, which is we all know as VDM, and King Michi. He said he will not be bullied as part of a denial to pressure and face claim behind circulated about him. I mean, he's got the president. Some of the president is coming out to tell the public and to tell VDM that it's not. He won't be bullied, and he will not take any such of bullyingness from very dark man. All right, so that's really Trump. And then on social media, I mean, feud broke out between King Michi. Let's quickly look at what really happened between these two social media content and very dark man that has been dragged over some statements. I mean, online, and maybe trying to claim his own name. I mean, this is a fight for reputation and public figure, public influence. All right. I mean, a lifestyle influencer, content creator, and very dark man, a digital activist. So it's an activist. He started over allegation about charity work and accountability. I mean, including claims about a school renovation project. I mean, that as the most of this project, I mean, what very dark man is coming out to say that has really caused so much chaos in the social media space that the son of the vice president, president Bola Ahmed Tinubu has to be dragged into this is most of the school that is not being developed, that the government is supposed to put in order, and they're not doing it. And he is coming in to say that they should look into that and stop playing probably politics with people's the public. All right, let's go on to see what very dark man escalated the online conflict. Still on the story. All right, then when we have Sheyi Tinubu of security backing King, I mean Michi. All right, very dark man escalated the online conflict by accusing Sheyi Tinubu of secretly backing King Michi's charity work and tarnishing his reputation, even implying threat against him. All right, they still go on to say Sheyi Tinubu's refuted this claim. I mean, stating that he only met King Michi once in the public settings where he provided financial support for her NGO projects, and that were not in private relationship, hidden agenda. All right, so he is coming to say that he just relating to King Michi, which is the lady that Sheyi Tinubu has assisted, which is in public settings where he has to render support for her NGO organization. I mean, we all know King Michi that she's in the front line of helping people and also creating a hope for the people by restoring their dilapidated houses, infrastructure, and assisting them. All right, so I think it's a battle between whose reputation, lifestyle, and reputational protecting reputation, and also leading in the society and creating influence. So I think this is a tussle between King Michi and very dark man, and the son of the president is being dragged into this. All right, a quick look at that to see what the story still say on that. As they keep bringing the story, we'll keep bringing it to you on iDEA TV. All right, let's quickly move to the Tribune and see what the Tribune has for us this morning. All right, on the front page of the Tribune, 2027 presidency, that is the caption. Amechi alleged endorsement causes confusion in ADC. All right, Amechi alleged endorsement causes confusion in ADC. Then we also have on the front page, on page 8, still on the Tribune, fear grips Benue resident as 10 persons died of Lassa fever. Fear grips Benue residents as 10 persons dies of Lassa fever. That is coming in. Then 45 out of 250 cases confirmed. This is coming in as a result of Lassa fever that has really caused mayhem and caused serious disruption in terms of diseases and how this could be cured. All right, we'll take a look at that to see what caused the 10 persons to die of Lassa fever in Benue State. Then also on page 6, where we have Ayebanji takes free medical services to Ekiti farmers. Ayebanji takes free medical services to Ekiti farmers. That is coming on page 6, still on the Tribune this morning. Then on the down page, on page 4, where we have NADDC seek legislative backing for automotive policy. NADDC seeks allocative backing for automotive policy. That is coming on page 4, still on the Tribune this morning. Then what we have on page 6, still on the front page, Osun to launch security trust fund by Adeleke. Osun to launch a security trust fund by Adeleke. That's still coming on page 6. Then on page, still on the front page, Tinubu's oil reform has ended dividends substitution era by presidency source. Tinubu's oil reform has ended dividends substitution era by presidency reform. Still on the front page, where we have JAMB busts all driven exams fraud syndicate impersonating education minister by register. All right, JAMB busts all driven exam fraud syndicate impersonating educational minister and register. Then we also have on page 5, still on the down page of the Tribune this morning. Be vigilant, avoid military government installation. Federal government tests Nigeria in Iran and others. All right, be vigilant, avoid military government installation. Federal government tests Nigerians in Iran. All right, I think moving up to the up page where we have on the up page where we have fear grips Benue residents as 10 persons died of Lassa fever. The story of Lassa fever that was very rampant. I think when was that? Some years back, and we know how it's still ravaging some communities and disrupting the lives of people in the community. 10 deaths recorded so far from disease out of 250 suspected cases and 45 confirmed infected. Looking at the story of the 10 persons that died of Lassa fever in Benue State. All right, we also have among those affected are health workers, including doctors, nurses, support staff, which is particularly worrying because it suggests transmission risk even in middle settings. We could see the workers that were affected, both doctors and the health workers that are affected too by this Lassa dangerous fever that came out again. Residents and anxious. All right, a quick look at rising deaths to toll and spread for the disease. The jump, the confirmed the infections and deaths makes the outbreak seems more severe than usual. These are different reasons for this outbreak of Lassa fever that grips the Benue resident, and 10 persons died of it. All right, I think our federal government and the people, the settings for hate in Nigeria shouldn't be taken lightly. As it shouldn't be taken lightly. This is the issue of where 10 people died of Lassa fever. The government needs to do the needful. The people, the government, the governors there, as in there should be a state, a very serious state policy that has to guide the issue of health in Nigeria, so that most of these issues will not be taking us unaware. Looking at the fear that grips Benue resident as 10 persons died of Lassa fever. We all know how most of these local terrains are, and I think there should be policy that will guide this to creation of probably a health infrastructure, rendering more surveillance that has to do with equipment for most of these diseases, so that it will not be reoccurring itself again. Because we need to take the necessary measure. The government needs to take necessary measure to make sure that most of these things will be minimized. Looking at the 10 lives that was killed of Lassa fever, it's not a joke for 10. All right. So looking at on that aspect of page 8 of the Tribune. All right. Then let's quickly look at why the 2027 presidential race, which is the Amechi. Looking at the front page of the Tribune this morning, where we have Amechi alleged endorsements causes confusion in ADC. A meeting of ADC leaders from the South zone was held on 27th February 2026. Reportedly at the residence of former APC National Chairman Chief John Odigwe Onyegun, where former Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amechi informed party elders and leaders of his intentions to seek the party's presidential ticket for 2027. He has come in to seek for the 2027 February 2027 presidential ticket. Reported that the resident or former APC national chairman, which is Rotimi Amaechi, we all know, has come out to pledge his own interest on the presidential party ticket. After a meeting, different narrative emerged about what actually happened. A quick look at what actually happened during that. Some reporters said that the South ADC leaders had endorsed Amaechi as a consensus candidate for the party presidential ticket. Creating an impression that a formal backing and being agreed. We also have other parties, officials and leaders strongly denied that any endorsement took place. Insisting the meeting was a consultation or courtesy visit where Amaechi simply informed them of his plan, not session where delegated formally adopted or endorsed any aspirant. All right, I think they are coming to say here that he has not fully declared his interest, but we are seeing on the caption here that he's trying to declare his interest. He has been endorsed, so we are still getting a different view on that aspect. But what we are getting here is that Amaechi endorsement causes confusion in ADC. So if there can be a smoke without fire. All right, so this is coming us as on the front page. Then why this matters, looking at the 2027 presidential race. South zonal leadership spokesman, like Amabel, Obo, and other officials who called the endorsement narrative misleading and undemocratic, and emphasized that no motion, resolution, votes, or consensus was adopted for Amaechi. All right. Then on the other hand, we also have some party figures or commentators argue that the applause or positive response from leaders at the meeting could be interpreted as supporters for Amaechi fueling claims that he had received backing from the zone. These are different people coming out to say their own view, and the meeting held in closed door was said that he has not really fully declared his intention to run for the party, but we are seeing it on the front page here. What this means, because of the ADC is not yet formally nominated its presidential candidate, official parties, structures, any talks of endorsement from internal meetings that when authorized for that purpose automatically leads to mixed message and public confusion. All right, this is much more that is coming in from the presidential alleged endorsement that causes confusion in ADC relating to the front page of the newspaper review, which is the Tribune this morning. All right, let's move to the next story to see what the story has for us there. Okay, let's quickly move to Guardian this morning to see what Guardian has for us this morning. On the front page, we have echoes. Why echoes of state police can't be ignored. Why echoes of state police can't be ignored. That is coming on the front page of the Guardian this morning. Then we will also have on the up page, on page 11, on page 2, all right, on Spotlight, Funke Olerde holds skills with certification from Harvard, other institution. Funke Olerde holds skills with certification from Harvard, others institution. All right, that's coming on the front page. Then we also have on page 28 on the up page of the Guardian. Oyo State at 50, when celebration becomes leopard for next development arc. Oyo State at 50, when celebration becomes leopard. All right, launchpad for next development arc. All right, that's coming on the front page of the Guardian this morning. Then quickly moving down to the down page where we have on page 2, PDP crisis functions renewed rivalry as courts validate 2025 elective convention, affirms Turaki-led NWC. PDP crisis function renewed rivalry as courts validate 2025 elective convention, affirms Turaki NWC. Okay, that's the coming on the down page of page 2 of the Guardian this morning. Then on the front page, 2027 INEC consists on reformed as protesters rally behind Amaputin. All right, that is the coming on the front page of the page 27, page 2 of the Guardian. Then sachet alcohol ban. Distiller labor union now vows to retreat, no surrender. All right, sachet alcoholic ban. distillers, laborers union vow to retreat, no surrender. That's coming on page 76. 7 and 6 of the Guardian this morning. All right. Then we have on page 76. We also have UNDP Census CSOS advocate swift funding for security operation. UNDP CSOs advocate swift funding for security operation, coming on page 76 of the Guardian this morning. Then on page 3, still on the front page of the Guardian, where we have MTN commits neutral to telephonic growth in Nigeria as revenue jumped by 55%. All right, that's the comment on the front page of the Guardian this morning. All right, a quick look at the echoes of state and the police and policing that can't be ignored as relating to the front page of the newspaper. We all know that the electoral act has been passed, has been signed by the president, and he has really admonished the new electoral the IGP that was elected, that was reinstalled from the former one, that he should look into state policing, because the presidency has come out to say that state policing must fully be implemented for a swift a move to eradicate insecurity, insurgency, and curb our criminalities from the land. All right, and here we are saying why echoes of state policy, police can't be ignored. A quick insight on that aspect. Here is what the Guardian have to say on the echoes of state police that can't be ignored in Nigeria, current security debate, and why these issues keeps coming up in national discussion. Rising insecurity across the colony. Nigeria has been gripping with a swift rise in security, including massacre, kidnapping, banditry, court violence, communal clashes, and other violence. And that's the current federal police structure struggle to manage effectively. We also have the persistence threat has made many Nigerians feel that the status quo no longer protect community adequately. All right, this is coming in as a case of the rise of insecurity, banditry, killing, and insurgency in Nigeria. And the state policing can't be ignored. Looking at this, I think there should be a way that this will be fully implemented seriously and be taken into consideration. Like I was speaking on my last newspaper review, still on this case of state policing. They should be very, very serious, because now looking at the state of insecurity relating to the story here, banditry and killing. If there is a state policing in every state, it will be very minimal. And these guys could not just have their way in, to come and constitute mayhem and to come and kill people, kidnap people. If the state policing is taken very serious, it will be in a way that these things will be minimized. Even if it's not completely fleshed out, I think it will be on the minimal, to the extent that it will not be affecting the people's life. And creating a state policing, on my own view, I believe the state should form its own. We already have vigilante, stronger group to make sure that they look out for their own community, for insurgency and uprising of insecurity and banditry. All right, a quick look on that aspect, why echoes of state police that can't be ignored, because on this aspect, the president really admonished the new IGP to really strengthen his capacity and to tighten his grip on state policing in Nigeria. State police in Nigeria. All right, this phase echoes of state police can't be ignored. A quick look at still on the front page of the Guardian. What they have to say here is reflecting the growing recognition of national discourse that Nigerian current policing system is struggling, and that's localized policing through state police may be necessary. I think this is just what I just said here right just now. Localizing policing through state police may be necessary through complex situations. All right, then. So it's very relatable to the story here on the front page. So I believe state policing should be taken very, very serious, because it's a national issue, and it's cut across each and every aspect. The military are doing their own parts, and the vigilantes and both the local securities, they are trying in their own aspects. So, but on the state policing that the president has really hammered about should be taken very, very serious and looked into consideration. All right, that is on the front page of the Guardian this morning, where we have on that aspect. Then looking down, looking to the next story, where we have for you on the Punch. All right. Before we go to the Punch, let's quickly move on to the Telegraph, the Sunday Telegraph this morning, to see what the Telegraph is leading with. All right, on the front page, battle for NAS control. On the front page of the Telegraph, battles for NAS control. Government plots to stop federal lawmakers in 2027. That is coming on the front page of Sunday Telegraph. All right, battle for NAS control. Government plots to stop federal lawmakers in 2027. All right, then a quick look at still on the down page, so we have some captions like Tinubu, I wish we could stop huge turnover. Tinubu, I wish we could stop huge turnover. Then on that caption we have Speaker Abbas pleads for return of majority reps. Speaker Abbas pleads for return of majority reps. Then we have another caption still on the front page, where we have iDEA battles on those Senate reps over section 182/3 of Constitution. iDEA battles on those Senate reps over section 182/3 of Constitution. All right, that's coming on the front page of the Sunday Telegraph. Then we also have on page 2. All right, Umahi, federal government roads to last 100 years. Umahi, that's the caption. Federal government road to last 100 years. All right, then we also have on page 5, still on the Telegraph, where we have 5 billion African Energy Bank will impact Nigeria, Africa positively. Coming in from Roweni Lalode. All right, 5 billion African Energy Banking impacts Nigeria, Africa positively, by Roweni Lalode. Then still coming on the front page, where we have on the down page of the Iranian Supreme Leader that was killed, key leaders missing as USA, Israel's attack countries, global aviation in turmoil, 9,600 flights diverted, cancelled. Oil shipping disruption may rise price. By reports. They will also have a retaliatory attack hit Dubai, Israel, USA, base as Omar called for peace. This is still on the case of the new strike that was struck by the Israelis and the USA to Iran, that claimed the life of that the Supreme Leader was reportedly killed, which is Kelani. Then looking at on the down page, on the page 3 and page 6, where we have 4 deaths, 9 injured, 4 drivers flee in Anambra road crash. That is still on the down page of the New Telegraph this morning, where we have 4 dead, 9 injured, 4 drivers flee in Anambra road crash. Then on page 3, where we also have Audi gets tenor renewal as NSCDC-CG. All right, that's coming on page 3. Then on the old page, where we have on page 5, still on the Sunday Telegraph, where we have ADC tickets. Confusion, Trace Amechi, alleged endorsement by South leaders. It's coming on page 5 of the Sunday Telegraph this morning, where we have ADC tickets. Confusion, Trace Amechi, alleged endorsement by South leaders. All right. Then on page 6, still on the Sunday Telegraph, fear over use of fattening drug on livestock. Fear over use of fattening drugs on livestock. That is coming on page 6 on the Sunday Telegraph. Then when we also have, I think that is on the front page, where we have what's the battle? A quick look at the battle between government plot to stop federal lawmakers in 2027. Looking at the front page, where we have why the New Telegraph is reporting this to us this morning. What the Telegraph means by battle for the NAS control. The phrase refers to an intra-party power struggling with the ruling All Progressive Congress, which is the APC, over who will dominate the 11th National Assembly. the Senate and the House of Representatives over the 2027 election. I mean, this isn't formal constitutional fight. It's political contest revolving around control of key leadership positions in the legislature and influence over federal lawmakers. I mean, this is the report reaching us on the fight still on the lawmakers between the intra-party struggling with the between the All Progressive Party, which is the APC, about who and who will take over the 11th National Assembly. Senate will be relating to the Senate and the House of Representatives. I mean, this is a serious tussle for the 2027 outcome election. All right, so there's a serious battle on that between the All Progressive Party, the battle of the 11th National Assembly seat. All right, that is coming on the front page of the leading story this morning. I mean, why governors are central to the plot? Why are governors being centered to this plot? All right. Some APC governors want to replace existing senators, and members of the House of Representatives with candidates loyal to them. I mean, they believe that having their allies in the legislature will give them greater influence over politics, over national politics, especially in the run-up on the 2027 elections. I mean, this is one of the major reasons, where the representative with candidate loyal to them, they want the candidate to be loyal to them, so they try to produce the candidates and to make sure, this issue of on governors that won't be loyal, that wants to more loyal to the federal lawmakers. I mean, this is a serious case. Because I believe one of the challenges that we are having in this country, I think, what I have come to realize, I think, is the area of godfatherism. I mean, the area of godfatherism. If godfatherism is not really looked at in our political sector, I mean, leadership will be taken for granted. I mean, we'll just take leadership for granted, and the lives of the people will still be in danger. So a quick look at that aspect. Even if you have to bring somebody there, make sure that you do the right thing. If the right thing is being done, I mean, coming out for things like this, it shouldn't be your fear. Though I know politics in Nigeria is not a one-way thing. It's a serious game that you just have to tighten your grip and to play your games well. All right. So relating to this front page of why governors want more loyal federal lawmakers. They want these loyal federal lawmakers to be loyal to them, so they intend to fight for this and to try to, So, but it shouldn't be all on this aspect. It shouldn't be all focused on this aspect. Let's look at what is the product, what is the outcome of after I don't know how I will put it now. The appointment and your appointment being either a senate or a representative in the House of Assembly, or a governor or a president. I mean, what is the outcome? Is this person capable? I mean, this is a thing we should be looking at, not really committing who to be win the level candidate for the House of Representatives, all right, and the House of Senate. All right, so a quick look at these are the major reasons that the governors plot to stop federal lawmakers in 2027. I mean, we also have the area of disagreement over leadership positions. I mean, the rift also ties into who gets top leadership position in the National Assembly, like Senate President and Speaker of the House of Assembly. Then governors in the Progressive Governor Forum, which is the PGF, we also have reportedly started discussion about backing alternative figures to the current leadership, which has fueled political jokery. I mean, this is still one of the major reasons. All right, disagreement over leadership position, because now the rift also ties into the gaps of the leadership position in the National Assembly. So most of this thing just got that is just a roundabout, and it keep coming and going. So the best thing is to have a policy and a strategy for most of this stuff, of this thing, both the battle for the NAS control. Because this is no more a serious joke. All right, this is all headed to 2027 presidential election. The governorship, the Senate, and who wants his or her own person to be there. All right, a quick look at that on that aspect to see what they're saying on that. So let's quickly move to the next paper without wasting much of our time. Let's move to the Punch. Let's see what the Punch is leading with on the front page of the Punch this morning. Stranded Nigerian air travelers struck as U.S.-Israel battle Iran. stranded, and Nigerian air travelers talk as U.S.-Israel battle Iran. I mean, this is a serious case on the battle in Iran that has started since yesterday. Jazeera is on it. I will keep bringing you CNN. They're also showing it on live, and we're bringing it to you right here on iDEA TV. As it's dropping, we're giving the news live. You can check our bulletin, check most of our social media handles. We'll keep giving it to you because now the story reaching us is that stranded Nigerian travelers talk as Israel battle Iran. This started since yesterday, where most of the airport has been locked down and there is no flying in the air due to the fight between Iran, Israel, and USA. All right, a quick look at that on the main front page of the Punch this morning. All right, then on the up page, on page 3 of the Punch, where we have 2027 ADC leaders clashes over Amechi endorsement. 2027 ADC leaders clashes over Amechi endorsements, coming on page 3 of the Punch this morning. Then on page 6, where we have cost of power inside Nigerian politics of causes cash godfathers. All right, let me take it again. Cost of power, that is the caption, inside Nigerian politics of causes cashes godfathers. All right, I think I spoke on this godfatherism just not long on the other people that we took just now, and what the caucus and the clashes. I mean, these are insight stories that I think when you take a look on this page, on page 6, you will get more insight on that aspect, because I believe politics shouldn't be run on godfatherism. Even if it is being run on godfatherism, there should be a way of as in demonstrating more work than godfatherism. I mean, being if you are assigned for a project, make sure you handle the project and make sure that the project is being executed. I mean, because the citizens, what they are craving for is for good leadership from the government and good administration and good policies that will favor the citizens. I mean, I believe they are not asking much. All right. Then on page 4, still on the Punch this morning, we will have Senate. That's the caption. We will deliver state police by year end. All right, Senate. We will deliver state police by year end. All right, that is coming from the Senate. They will deliver police by the end of the year. All right. Then on page 31, FIFA stalls Nigerian Dr. Congo World Cup verdict. FIFA stalled Nigerian Dr. Congo, DR Congo. Okay, FIFA stalled Nigeria DR Congo World Cup verdict. That is coming on page 31 of the Punch this morning. Then we also have on page 18. Outrage as seen more plateau attack victim buried. All right, that is coming on the front page of 18. Outrage as several more plateau attack victim buried. Seven more plateau attack victim buried. That is still coming on the plateau attack and the story of insurgency, case of insurgency in Nigeria that we are battling with. Another 7 people lost their life there. All right, then on page 28 and 29, we have dying for short. Tragedy hits film set amid poor safety measure. Dying for short. Tragedy hits film set amid poor safety measure. That is coming in on film set where safety measure were not put into consideration, and I think the shot had to hit the person. All right, a quick look on that to see what really transpired on that aspect to relating the victim lying down unconsciously on the floor. All right, then on page 8 where we have military government wanted me dead or alive by a vegetarian journalist, iDEA. Coming from iDEA, it's a military government wanted me dead or alive by a vegetarian journalist, iDEA. That is coming on page 8. So a quick look at that to see what the military that is wanting him dead on that page. All right, then on the down page where we have NSCDS vehicle killed female officer during practice. NSCDS vehicle killed female officer during practice. All right, that is a sad one coming in on that down page. How NSTDC vehicle killed female officer during practice. It's such a sad one there. Please, there should be a measure. There should be a measure to check most of this killing, especially in our military, in our policing, and in our uniform men to avoid most of these. I mean, vehicle knocking down a female officer during practice is such is a sad one. nation. All right, then that is it we have on the front page of the Punch this morning. So these are more of the stories that were brought across your way this morning on iDEA TV. A quick recap on all the papers that were brought across your way this morning. On the Nation this morning, we brought to you on the front page of the Nation, leading the story: Electoral Act, parties weigh options as Senate INEC stand firm. That is on the front page of the Nation. We brought across your way. Then Kalani leader Khamenei killed in U.S.-Israel attack. Iranian leader Khamenei killed in U.S.-Israel attack. Then on the next paper, we will have the Tribune. We brought across your way on the front page of the Tribune. 2027 presidency, Amechi alleged endorsement causes confusion in ADC. 2027 presidency, Amechi alleged endorsement causes confusion in ADC. Then on the Sunday Telegraph, we brought across your way that battle for mass control, governors plots to stop federal lawmakers in 2027. Battle for mass control, government plots to stop federal lawmakers in 2027. Then on the last paper before on the Guardian, we brought to you on the Guardian that why echoes of state police can't be ignored. That is the caption there. Why echoes of state police can't be ignored. That is on the front page of the Guardian. Then on the Punch, we brought, which is our last paper for the day, stranded Nigerian air travelers stuck as U.S.-Israel battle Iran. Stranded Nigerian air travelers stuck as U.S.-Israel battle Iran. So these are most of the papers that were brought across your way this beautiful morning, being Sunday. All right, stay tuned to our channel as we keep bringing to you updates, insight, news, and sport and entertainment on iDEA TV. I am Gabriel Matthew Seriki. Thank you for your time.